Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Entertaining little space turtles, terrifying, suspiciously familiar Kamarian-looking fallen empires, and Tim. I was just playing a little bit of extra time at the moment before, but we're starting the session with probably a few minutes which I'm just going to record now and then maybe join on to an actual recording later. But yes, as part of our experiments, we completed our archaeological project, and the archaeologists investigating the derelict Ute cruiser above Kosk 4A have transmitted their report. There are two large cryochambers in the cruiser's midsection, designed to house one Ute each in suspended animation. Given the massive size of Ute individuals, this was apparently the standard crew complement on vessels of this size. No Ute remains were found anywhere on the ship, but the archaeologists managed to recover logs from a computer that monitored the life signs and medical condition of the crew. It has provided valuable data on Ute physiology. Interesting find. Wait a second. Whilst our fleet was retreating,
research
they got force out destroying
situation log updated.
Okay. Can you just leave? Do you have to engage in every single goddamn thing along the way? Like, is there some sort of contractual obligation I'm not aware of? Just go.
System survey complete.
Just go away. Run. Flee. You have to get to the other side of the bloody system, don't you? That's the problem. Oh look, we completed colonial centralization. Extra influence, production, planetary capitals. We can uplift. That's far more interesting than, you know, empire capital complexes. I mean, you know, we do actually need those eventually, but still. Ooh, advanced government forms are quite interesting though. No. Uplifts. Monkeys and seats. Quite satisfying. But yes, we can in fact create terrifying little monkey beast things. Yeah, we can take creatures that are interesting and make them just make them cheerful types. That's so satisfying. But also advanced government forms. Uplifts for the sake of the roleplay. Why not? I want to find out. I want to see that. Sounds like it's going to be incredibly cool. Alright. I'm actually wasn't planning to play any more today. At least not recorded. So I'm actually going to call a temporary break, and then future me is going to return. So bye bye for now. Iituem, I'm you from the future. There's no time to explain. Follow me to. Oh Christ! Oh, my ribs are in my eyes. They're in my eyes. Obscure video game references aside, this is future Jason. Sorry, future Iituem. My name's Jason. I have a call sign. Anyway. This is future Iituem, and yeah, I do bring some good news. I've hopefully finally managed to nix the sound issues, because at long last I've replaced my headphones with a shiny new hot pink number, because that's what was available. And having working headphones, it's kind of astounding how much of my equipment is broken, or has been broken. I'm now actually in a position to hear the sound properly, which I didn't realise I wasn't doing before. So yes, last time we discovered that our most hated foes are the final crucible, are hidden, have taken refuge with the Gargaxtons. Well, yeah, mechanically speaking, they haven't taken refuge. They're just, they've simply been conquered by them in some way. Not conquered by them. They're just hiding out in this space, and as soon as they realise they're there, they'll destroy them. But from a role-playing sense, yes, they've taken refuge with the Gargaxtons, who are kind of suspiciously similar to the Kamarians in their appearance. Surprisingly, the xenophobia is actually not nearly as bad as I thought it would be, given that they are militant isolationists and will murder anyone who gets even near their borders. Yeah, this is Fallen Empire considers largely beneath their notice. We're going to give them an embassy for now anyway, because it doesn't hurt to do not believe yourselves our allies. We do not ally with savages. Yeah, we're not even going to try to ally with them, but we're going to perhaps try and not anger them until we're ready. Of course, when we are ready, we're going to anger the crap out of them, but because we need to we need to conduct this one vendetta, and apparently we're willing to destroy the disrupt a significant portion of the known galaxy's political sphere to do so. Lovely. Set the timer going. We appear to be running an energy deficit.
Fleet engaged.
What are you doing? Are you just engaging every bloody thing that comes your way? Okay, well the good news is I think I've dropped this enough that it shouldn't now be every single time. That said, this should be going a bit faster. It has in the past. I do wonder if there's a problem. I think my computer might just be running a bit slow, frankly. Oh, we lost a call there. So what happens when you run around like this instead of just retreating for repairs like I tell you to? Yeah. Yeah, you've learned now, haven't you? Of course they haven't learned now. That's ridiculous. Frigging, what's his name? Keb. Learn from his mistakes. No. Right, go home. Yeah, it looks like we're having some general problems. Oh, lovely. Anyway, I'm going to give this half an hour, 40 minutes for tonight, because I don't have a lot of time, but hopefully I can catch us up to the end of the week, recording-wise. Caliban's finished its surface construction crew. I assume, I can't remember what Caliban was producing, probably something to do with minerals. Oh, the Betharian power plant. Yes, because we had one piece of Betharian. Do we have two? Yeah, we're getting one from Braddon and one from Rygen. Or possibly Rhine. I've always said it's sort of Rhine, haven't I? Regardless, though, that's great. Okay with that. Do want to get rid of that guy, annoyingly, if I can, at some point. Anyway, that aside, since we're in such a nice position, I might as well... do they get an energy credit bonus there? They do! Oh, huzzah. In that case, we might as well upgrade that. Okay, can't upgrade it. Can replace that with a Betharian power plant for extra energy. Because especially if we're going to start supporting our fleet of robots, as I absolutely intend to do. Administration, where are we? Jammer's treasure. Yeah, so we, because of our neat position here, I can actually do that. We can start producing robots and so on, just to take care of the little things like food and so on. Why are we even... Beta Aquila is not a fantastic place, is it? That definitely looks like it's all the way down there. Yeah, I think at some point Beta Aquila is going to get given over to a sector. It's nice to start with, but it's probably not keeping it. Hakanon's gained a level. Kebs. Caliban's finished the service construction crew. I already knew that. What else? Adranka's holding. Anything of interest here that I should know about? Building another robot. Fine. Could definitely be ready to replace more of these, actually. Right, noxious, massive glacier. We don't really have the money for it. That's the thing. Okay, so we need to prioritize energy production. We can do that. Of course, it also finished its construction. I don't even know what it finished constructing. Probably more module slots. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was more module slots that it could start producing a set. It was after. Well, yes, we were after destroyer assembly yards, weren't we? Madness. Right, so we have. We have an election coming out, don't we? Do we actually do any of our orbital research stations? You know what? Chancellor Hefnir is 63 years old. She doesn't care anymore. She's done it. You know, she's hunted everything down. Yeah, look at all the stuff slavers don't have. You know, she's hunted them down. She's you know, she's built all of these orbital research stations, and well, doesn't matter. She's had a very successful career. If she gets voted out now, she'll just retire. You know, have a nice sunny place somewhere in Caliban. So, sod it, yeah. She'll vote whoever she wants. I think she takes the view now. Speaking of voting whoever we want. What assembly yards do we have? We don't have. No. Hoping we might have solar panel setups. Well, what we can do instead is we definitely don't want to build all of those mining stations. We can try and bulk things out a little bit with stations there, but it's really more a case of... These are more sort of what we're after. Speaking of things we're after, I think... Yeah, we do need more robots, really, don't we? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop a robot down. Boop. And we can clear up some space for them as well when it comes down to it. For the moment, though, build. Because I don't think that uses up the. Yeah, it doesn't use up the building positions. We can even put basic. We can put basic power plants down before we establish a. Planetary capital. Planetary administration? Planetary administration, that's what I'm after. Yeah. So I'm not too worried. There's some slight starvation going on here. Yeah, we probably want to fix that. That's fine, we can fix that. Somehow. Oh, I just love all this music. It's so nice. Right, well, first things first then, let's get some basic bonus energy production going on. If we break it even energy-wise, even if we just have to use the simple stuff, all of the orbital station stuff, that's fine, we can work with that.
Research complete.
Oh! Aha! Excellently timed. Solar panel networks, the orbital energy conversion. Advances in solar panel technology could potentially reduce the operating costs of our spaceports. The panels would require an entire spaceport module to generate enough energy, however. Oh, look. Oh, and we're all up
System
on influence.
survey complete.
Fantastic. We should probably put some... Yeah, we're actually... Fantastic. We're even gaining more than we need. We don't use it up on transfer. I know we have some planetary things set up. What we can certainly do, though... Our Chancellor's reign has come to an end with their election campaign promises unfulfilled. Well, no, because she's come right back to office. Okay, so what do we have? Colony development suite. Oh yeah, so AI-controlled colony ships would really just ramp up the speed in which we get colonies up and running. That's good. I like that. I'm not sure that's necessarily what I want, but I like it. Specialized combat computers. Interesting. So recently has progress in AI behavioral theory allows us to designate specific combat roles to our shipboard computers. Oh, right, yes, so we can go for aggressive and defensive combat roles. Okay, so that's basically the thing. More colonies, more war. More colonies, more war. We can support colonies, frankly. It's not that much of a worry. And I'm eventually going to want to start moving people. Like, now that we have robots, we can kind of force multiply in a way that we really couldn't before. So, yeah, I think ally controlled. Okay, so running out of energy. Oh, do we have a planets thing? Yes, we do. Excellent. Who's producing the most energy? Caliban, of course, with Drankers holding not far behind. Would putting down an edict make a difference here? Not a significant one, not really. Maybe 3, 4. Better to just build small things. I'm not too worried about that. But what we do have is we've got lots of happiness, which is producing ample things. I'm almost tempted to see if I can just do a basic. Oh look, everything's fine. Production targets, capacity overload, infrastructure, spirit of science could be good. It depends where we're producing our. You see, a Dranker's Holding is actually where we're producing most of our research. Although most of our research actually comes from orbital stations, so it's not actually that necessary. No, I think what we need then is blank, drawing complete blank. Oh, we need to pop down some. Yeah, we could certainly do with popping down some solar panel networks, frankly. Yeah, Corvette assembly yards. I'm not too worried about. Oh, it's a Dranker's Holding. Well, Dranker's Holding actually could do better with an observatory than right now. Monarch's Retreat it's fully built now. It doesn't need. I don't need to worry about about more food there as I originally planned to. Another lovely bonus of having lots and lots of
construction complete.
Having the ability to construct. Oh damn it! Things. Okay, so we need to use this up anyway. Let's do that. Actually, let's capacity overload. Why not? Okay, where's the worst ethics divergence? Because I like, we want good ethics divergence, or rather, we don't want ethics divergence. Dranker's Holding's fine. Okay, so Mundak's Retreat is quite a fair bit out. People are individualists. They're quite distant from the capital. This would be a good place to engage re-education campaigns. Nothing too scary, but we're quietly casting our opponents in a bad light, and otherwise just making things a little easier for people to stay within the common herd, so to speak. Yeah, there's probably going to be a little divergence that's almost inevitable. Yeah, see, we've already lost the. Lost materialism quite a lot, I have to say. I'm a little scared by that. I was hoping, having the. Oh yeah, that's the point. Popping briefly over to all Dranker's Holding, because we are materialist and intelligent and happy. Yeah, we're getting a 30% bonus to research, pretty much all the research production here. I can afford it, so let's ramp that up. Yep, Spirit of Science. And now it's more like 50. That's quite satisfying. Yeah. Food, that can actually really be done by, that could reliably be done by a robot. Right, let's unpause. I'm an absolute beggar for when it comes
Evading hostile
to
fleet.
pausing. Who's evading where, what now? Harjum the Gallant. is evading... We don't know. Oh, those guys. He's evading someone that I need to set a research project to finding out. Ah yes, the G aliens this will be. Please, research. Let's get this out of the way at least. Yes, and we do have an orbital research mandate, so if we find that we desperately need some influence, which frankly because of the time scales, we spent so much time, we don't actually need to worry about it. Yeah. As I say, it's not too much of a worry. Oh, yes, here was a thing. So we're over in Gilprim. Now, you remember we have the observation post. We're presently kidnapping people and taking them for our own. That's eventually going to inspire xenophobia amongst the people. We don't necessarily want that. It depends, because they're in the atomic age. There's actually a pretty good chance that they're going to kill themselves through nuclear warfare. So it might be a net loss gain type of affair. We might not lose. We might not really suffer for them all die. Yeah, for using the aggressive observation techniques. But sore throat. What we can do is, I really want to. We don't need to bring these guys into the Empire anymore, because we've got robots. To a degree, we can expand outwards wherever we need. But I like the fact that these guys are natural engineers. We can probably use that in some way. Plus, they're also fanatic materialists as well. We've got a lot in common. I reckon it's worth bringing them into the space age. But the question is, do we bring them into the space age via enlightenment or infiltration? Now, both of these are going to end up the same. They cost the same. It's an energy cost that I'm not 100% sure I want to spend right now, but I can. And a social engineering cost, but we've got society research to burn. That's fine. If we technologically enlighten them, which won't take long because they're already at the atomic age, they will end up a protectorate under our command. Now, that could be good, could be bad. I believe after a while they'll become a vassal, and vassals we can diplomatically absorb, which is nice. Don't want to say anything against that, but we won't be able to make direct use of them. Now we can we'll be able to set up an open borders migration with them and use that to colonize any desert worlds that seem interesting to us. And I think that will probably work out quite well. We'll also share borders. Well, our borders will overlap because they're our vassals, so that won't be a problem. But yeah, but whilst they'll be all chummy with us, they won't be under our direct control, and we kind of maybe need people under our direct control a bit more. So the alternative is to actually, is to actually bring them directly under our control. Now, if we were to conquer them, which we're not in the, we are not in the habit of conquering primitive species and incorporating them as slaves, which we'd basically have to do. If we did that, we'd get double penalties. They'd have a penalty for being conquered, and they'd also have a penalty for having to adjust to a space age lifestyle. They're quite close. It's not like we're getting any Bronze Age sapients to suddenly get used to using iPads and faster than light travel, but there will still be a penalty. If we covertly infiltrate them, there won't be the adjustment penalty, there will still be a recently conquered penalty. And they're not going to be happy. In fact, they're going to be downright unhappy. That will last for about 10 years, and then they'll get over it. And as long as we don't so long as we don't actively abuse them in that time, they'll probably be all right. I reckon we can keep them in their world, use them to settle the occasional desert world, and it won't give us any trouble. Plus, then we won't have to worry about the logistics of absorbing a vassal empire. Do we bring them into the light or drag them into the light? Therein lies the question. Let me think for a minute. Also, they have the lovely name of the Gargaxtons. The Gargaxtons, perhaps? No, Gargaxtons. Fine. So the Gargaxtons, I think they need to be saved from themselves to a degree. Which slightly goes against our individualist leanings, but Chancellor Heffany has always been a little bit so-so on that front. They're at the risk of nuclear warfare, and if we try and enlighten them, they might use that to become a new and terrible force. Probably not, because their ideals are materialism and pacifism. But it could be a problem. And I kind of want them these pops around so that I can use them rather selfishly. I don't know. I still just don't know. Right, how many desert worlds do we have around? Got one there. Ocean world, no. Ocean world. Continental, arid. It's closer to ours, but and tropical. Yeah, this is fairly close to that, but yeah, basically they're so and so. I just don't know. Sod it. Let's do the brave thing. We're fanatic individualists. Well, not fanatic individualists. We're fanatic materialist individualists. We care about people being masters of their own fate. And you know what? They should be. We should lead by example. No more kidnapping their people for our personal gain. Covert infiltration is technological enlightenment is underway. We're going to pop our people down on their planet, just quietly, but nevertheless actively there. And their job is to peacefully bring these people up to what was in Pajudatron? I can't even remember what that was. Broken bit of something or other. Well, Olamac's not doing anything. Might as well have him do that. Nope, can't remember what that was. Actually, whilst we're at it, do we need anomalies that need sorting out? It's the classic. Ah, yes, yeah. Right, so let's try set a few surveys. Okay, unpause since we've decided what we're doing. Who do we have unemployed pops in? We have unemployed pops in Dranker's Holding. Well, we're not using them for anything else. Might as well set up a power plant. Considering our energy requirements at the moment. Kind of tempted. Where's Ojana's treasure? There. Yeah, I think we can probably get away with just built 1, 2. Oh no, those guys are already underbuilt way. Mondak's retreat. I mean, we can build some robots there, but it's not essential right now. Yeah, Dranker's Holding is kind of really the point that I want to get these guys built into. I don't rightly know. Right. Yeah, So whether just building power plants, fine, they'll live. Nothing to. I don't think there's anything to really seriously worry about there. Jafab has leveled up. Very nice. Okay, so we've got El Massa. Oh, we have a colony ship, do we? Where are they? Is El Massa going? Nowhere. We haven't sent her anywhere yet. Where was El Massa probably going? Bralix, of course. We were going to settle the place that we'd been planning to for some time. Yes, the very well terraformed place. Excellent. Well, make it so. So, given what we're doing then, we want to take the best advantage of this we can. That's probably a good place to do it. Yes, and we can save up energy for materials for a little bit, because what we can do is we can spam robots. If we save up, we're saving up energy as it is. We save up a few minerals. Yeah, basically, robot spam galore. Make sure these guys all eat. Won't be a problem. Cell systems in place obeyed. And again, yeah, well, we're going about even. I think we're in a good place.
Construction complete.
Ojama's treasure. What was Ojama's treasure? Oh, right, Ojama's treasure was building those.
Construction complete.
Oh, can we not build more than one robot at a time? That is slightly annoying, but
Special
fair
project
enough.
complete.
I can get that, you know. Oh. Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. The drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation, established a millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves, judging by the state of the processing equipment. Their purpose is obvious enough, mining, but who it is that tasked them is not immediately apparent. What is obvious is that no shipment of minerals has been retrieved from this system in hundreds, if not thousands of years. They may only be old drones, but they should be kept under close watch by Great Caliban. Establishing a listening
Construction
post.
complete.
Lots of construction. Oh yes, we've got a whole bunch of those. Fantastic. And the Gargaxtons have ended the rivalry. I don't care. I don't particularly care. Yeah, let's do an engineering. Do an engineering mission whilst we're at it. These guys going just nicely and quietly, aren't they? Oh, and Ultrax Point is being founded on Brelix. Excellent. No, it's a shame. I thought that we would be able to just spam robots, but it's almost as if the game was balanced with the idea that you can't just spam robot construction. But fair enough. Even so, it's still a great, a boon compared to prior efforts. So certainly nothing to sniff at there.
Debris analyzed.
Oh, and they've immediately re-rivaled. Maybe it just wore off. Amoeba breeding program, regenerative hull tissue, society research. Lovely. Right, so those guys aren't doing anything. Olamak. Hang on. Yeah, sure. Do the solar panel research whilst you're at it.
Project complete.
Okay, so drone work ethic. The drones are remarkably efficient at squeezing ever-diminishing returns from rocks Kamarian miners would soon have discarded, deemed exhausted of all worthwhile mineral content. Our top engineers are working on adapting the drone's methodology for use in Great Caliban's mining networks and stations, which should improve efficiency, effectively lessening energy expenditure. Of lesser import is the fact that the drones are not completely silent, contrary to previous assumptions. They emit signal pings, though extremely infrequently and at a wavelength hard to isolate from background noise. If there is anyone left to receive these pings, I suppose whether there is anyone left to receive these pings may be a mystery for another time. Oh, find out how they evacuate money value and adds a list of mineral-rich planetoids.
Situation log updated.
To the situation log. Oh, that's quite nice. So it's and it gives me a nice little bonus area full of mineral-rich planetoids there, apparently. Yep, there you go. Oh, if we ever settle in the region, which is unlikely, looking at the surrounding planets, if we ever capture someone else who is capable of settling in the region, perhaps we can, we can investigate it, but not for now, alas. Right, Gemma's treasure. We've got one guy down, and now we are slowly but surely building more robots. Huzzah! Starting to see the value of organics now.
Research complete.
Oh. Space torpedoes. These torpedoes are essentially very large, slow-moving missiles. They're equipped with more powerful warheads and shield modulators that let them slip unmolested through energy screens. Very nice. 100% shield penetration. Oh. Okay, so what else do we have that we can move? Autocannons. Not really interested in mass drivers right now. Armored torpedoes for that little bit of extra bang to one's buck. Yes, bit more armor. Bit of armor, why not? Whilst we're queuing up for future things. So what I really want is, I almost want to start up a new land of opportunity to drag people away from the home worlds a little bit. Yeah, not horrendously away, but just enough, so that we can start properly building things again. Rivalries, no doubt. And the Intharians have established an embassy. Very nice. Can't remember if we like or hate these people. It's hard to say. Okay, so what's happening? Adranka's holding. Still building a robot. Nice to know. Here, not even started building robots. Let's build a robot. Why not? They're cheap. Well, they're not that cheap. But they don't require food, which immediately puts them up on top of everyone else. Pop down a basic mine, why not? Doesn't cost any energy. Horrendous ethics divergence for that robot. Oh no! System surveyed. Oh. I really need to stop doing these things last thing at night. I am getting utterly knackered. In any case, I think we are also frustratingly out of time. Not a lot has happened, and this may be one of those ones which I, condense a little bit.
Construction complete.
But, or maybe not. I'm not sure. I know that I need to stop pressing the pause button so much. Okay, so we've started to really expand the use of our robots. Again, we've got quite full worlds, so it's not too surprising that we should be in these situations. We do need to continue searching up that away and seeing what else is on that spiral of the galaxy, because I'm sure that there's more places we really should be expanding into. I think we can sort of just about settle an Arctic world. So, I think we've already seen this. Yep. Huge solar sail, tore through by a meteor. Lots of interesting engineering insights. Very nice. Must be the same sort of general group of people. Ah! Stella. I can't remember. That's an awful planet and we should stay the heck away from it. But there's an Arctic world called Kosk, which is covered in ice. Sort of problematic. Most of it's covered in ice, in fact.
Construction complete.
But if you could clear it all, it would be a worthwhile place to start expanding out of. That sort of thing, isn't it? Oh, and I think we would also be able to spy on these early space age primitives. Yeah. All right. Let us make it so. Build ourselves a private colony ship. I mean, who's on the surface? Can't be one of the robots, so it's got to be a basic Kamarian. Fantastic. Build a private colony ship. I'm going to send that out. Let's take Kursk. And definitely not Avanosha, because that is a protected Gaia world. And yeah, we'll be able to just get a foothold in this arm. Really considering looking up here as well, get something up there. And yeah, we'll be in a good position to sort that out.
Colony established.
Oh, lovely. On that cheerful note, I'm exhausted. Really? That was not supposed to happen. But I suppose it did pick a random... It did pick a random pot. And it picked the robot. That's hilarious. And also completely unnecessary. So, right. Oh, given our needs consist of expanding all of these. Yes, I suppose we should probably keep there for now at least. And build some more. Why not? Robot away, my friend. Let's continue roboting on. 2, 3. More than that, we can probably just get people to migrate here. Yeah, it's a land of opportunity, so to speak. Use up some of that edict power. Alright, so yeah, our first, quite accidentally, our first robot colonized world. I did not anticipate that, but okay. Yeah. Robot colony it is. Accidental robot colony. Well, we've got food laid down at least. We have at least got food laid down for Kamarian residents. And on that cheerful note, I think, looking at that, wow, I shall bid thee farewell.